Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the video. My name is Bradley, also known as the Swim Coach. Today, we're going to be talking about the top transfers in and out for game week 9 and why people are doing these transfers. There's a massive transfers going on. For a couple of people, well, a couple of players, there's like a lot, and there's one key player that everyone's getting out and probably switching for someone else. So let's get into the video and let's show you who these players are. So we're going to start first of all with the top transfers out. Now we have the top transfer out is Bukayo Saka. One of the reasons why he is out is because of Arsenal playing against Liverpool. Playing against Liverpool, and with him having a 25% chance of playing. As you can see, Arsenal do have a string of fixtures coming up with Liverpool, Newcastle, and Arsenal and Chelsea. So, bit of a tough 3 games coming up. That's why players are, people out there are changing and getting rid of Saka, purely because of that injury and potentially minutes. That's the thing. As you can see, there's a lot of players. They're going. The next one, of course, is Saliba. He's got red carded. He will miss one game. He will miss one game, which is the game against Liverpool. So that's another shame. Again, another Arsenal Liverpool player. At this time, it is Diaz. You look at all that, that's quite a lot of value just out those 3 players. That's going to be interesting. Havertz, again, Arsenal. Gabriel, Arsenal. So the top 7 players are from that Arsenal-Liverpool game, with 6 of them. Actually, hang on. Let me recount. 1, 2. Out of the top 7, okay, 5 of them are Arsenal players. As an Arsenal fan, yeah, me personally, I would look about trying to get rid of some Arsenal players, switch them out. Potentially, I think I'm going to have to say this, but I think we're going to try and just get that 1 point. I think we will be defending a lot at the weekend, and it's going to be a struggle. I don't think that Arteta would want to go into that game and wants to lose it. So it's going to be a bit of a tough one. Smith Rowe is another player that's people getting rid of, which for me, the last couple of games, yes, didn't start here, but against United. So interesting. Now, Pedro, still no date for him. Josso, again, got a knock, but yeah, only came on against Chelsea as a sub. So that could be an interesting one. Danny Welbeck, back injury. Did play against Newcastle, 80 minutes, but we'll see how he gets on with his back issue. Anderson, again, suspended for Fulham's game. They've got a nice little run, actually, with Everton, Bournemouth, Brighton, Brentford. Said all the B's there. And Palace, of course. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting what you do when he comes back. Do you want to just sub him out? He's again, a high value player. Even Trent Alexander is highly on that list as well. Now, as you can see just down here, some people are now deciding to get rid of Erling Haaland to try and get 2 £7 million players. You get 2 £7 million players, say for example, you got 2 above you. That could be interesting. And you can look at it, someone like, here you go, Nicholas Jackson and Martinelli. Yes, people are taking with them. If you add those 2 points up, it's more than what Erling Haaland's got. So I think a lot of people now are going to start getting rid of Haaland and going with someone that's cheaper so they can have another player in that form. Now, what are City's next fixtures? Well, Southampton, Bournemouth and Brighton. So all the South Coast teams. That's going to be interesting, I think. Now, is it home, away, away? I don't really like that away fixtures, but we'll see how it all goes. And then we do have the international break after that, and they do then get Spurs, Liverpool in that mix. So that could be very interesting fixtures. I think a lot of people will get rid of him here and here. Yeah. I think it's going to be very interesting over the next couple of game weeks. Now let's look at the top players in and why. Why? Now, it's actually mixed players, to be honest, or mixed teams, should I say. So, Gulliver, Man City player, as we just went, got nice little fixtures coming up. So that could be a nice little run with him. Potentially swapping him out for someone like Gabriel. For Gabriel, yes, Gabriel for him. That could be a bit of a say there. Song coming back. Didn't play last year. Did play 69 minutes. But hey. So got a nice game here. Got a tough game here, and I'm going to call it a tough game against Villa. Then a nice game at Ipswich. Then a bit of a tricky one. Then some okay games, and then a tricky. So that could be a little bit of a say on Song. Brian Numba, again, got some lovely fixtures coming up. Very lovely fixtures over the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game weeks. So those Brentford players, I think you can look at. And I think that's where a lot of people are going to go. I think that's why a lot of people are putting them in. Because you can go someone like, if you haven't got him in your team, you got someone like Saka, you can get rid of Saka, put him in, and you got what? 2.8 million or something like that? Or is it a bit more than that? So that's what I think out there you can look at. Well, again, got 4 games. Excuse me, 4 games where they call it as a 2 rated. So, that could be a very interesting one out there. So there's 4 games. So those 2 players you can look at and gain a lot. Palmer's up there as well, but I think a lot of people getting rid of Saka. They've got that extra money. They could go with Palmer. But Palmer, see, they've got tough-ish fixtures. I'm going to still call it tough. I know it's home to Newcastle. Away to United. That could be a bit of a tricky one. home to Arsenal. See, that could be hit and miss depending on the injuries for Arsenal. And then they go 3 games, ish, hard, ish. And then look at this. Whoa. I think that is when you're going to have your Chelsea players. On the 15th of December, over that Christmas period and into the new year. Yeah. 7 game weeks. 7 game weeks. So that could be a very, very, very interesting move set. And then they have a little bit of run later on. So yeah, you could. And also, those 7 weeks, if you get your subs right and your planning right, I think you can look at that quite interesting. Yes, there is going to be an FA Cup fixture here. But other than that, after the Spurs game, I actually kind of like Chelsea's fixtures. Ooh. So that's another little say on that. King. How Everton got their fixtures coming up? Again, some lovely little fixtures for Everton. Some bit tricky, but could be some good points there for some Everton players. And some of them are on that cheaper side, exactly like McNeil here. Again, you can gain a lot of points. Yeah. Now, this is my main one that I would love to keep, and that is this one. Rodgers. Yes, they've got a bit of a tricky fixtures coming up. Okay. Then they've got 3 games. They've got a nice little run. Okay. And they don't get much time to rest. But it can be easy. And then over the Christmas period, they've got or just after the Christmas period, actually, they've got some nice little interesting games. Then a bit of a hard one. And there's some interesting ones. So I think Villa could be a good option as well. After probably game week, 13. So could be interesting actually how you plan your teams out. Salah, Johnson, another good one. Wood is still down there at the moment. So you're looking at those points. Actually, let's just go into it. We're gonna go look at total points for a second of our forwards. Yes, Haaland is the top one. But if you had someone like, I want to try and get 3 players around £16 million. That's just £6 million each. Okay. So even if we go one, oops, I messed up here. Do we go 1? Okay. That's 5.7 million. Then we go here. Okay, that's 12 million. And if we go with Welbeck, well, that's 17.8 million. 17.8 million. And your points are 138 points. Now, can you do that with someone like Haaland and then some of the cheaper ones? Can you get that many points? I don't think so. Because there's no £5 million players on here. You're going to, well, there you go, Archer, but that's 21 million. That's what, 20 million. And you need still one more. And the cheapest is 5 million. You're not going to gain your money. So even if we did go with Haaland and two low £5 million players, you still don't even make enough money. And you're spending like 25 million. That's a quarter of your budget just on 3 players. A quarter of your budget on 3 players. Well, I'm only spending 18% on three players. So that could be your interesting thing out there of what you do. Yes. Even if you take the top, let's take the second, third, and fourth player. Okay. That means you are spending 22.9 million. 22.9 million. And you're getting 147 points. That is something you guys out there got to look at. The 73% of people have got Haaland. But if you look at the next 3, it doesn't even add up to that. So that's where I think people out there, you're going to gain your extra points. And I think you do have to look at, is Haaland, and that is Haaland worth the money? Take that in consideration. And guys, on another note, I will be doing a live stream tomorrow when all this goes. So I will be doing a live stream at 5 p.m. UK time. At 5 p.m. UK time, I will be doing a stream until about 6:30. So we'll see. So let's, hopefully you guys out there enjoy yourselves. If you still want to join my league, the code is going to be up here, or there'll be a link down in the description with all my other socials. So have a lovely time. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye from now.